All right, guys, good evening. So tomorrow is our competition, and I know immediately right after that, there are going to be a lot of you that are going to be placing, and I think that's incredibly exciting. But I'm sure that there are going to be some of you that maybe placed and you want to consider doing something different. Or if you don't place, you're probably wondering, how do I get to states? And I'm pretty sure that I saw that slide in one of the presentations that my teacher showed me, but now I can't remember. So what's going to happen is if you were called up on stage during the competition, you've made it to states. There's no concern, there's no trick, you're going to be all good to go. I'm going to show you at the end of the video where you can find the deposit slip so that we can make sure that we get you all situated with that. So we do have one type of thing that we have to consider. We do have a minimum score to go to states. Now that minimum score is going to come into play. It's going to be 180. That's going to be a combination of your role play and also your test. If you do not have a 180, you are not allowed to complete any of the other projects to go to states. So your journey with that is done, but we are going to be launching in the second semester some other different DECA related items and trips. And of course, you're more than welcome to partake in that. You just would not be able to go ahead and do any of the project considerations for states. What we have is we've got a couple different avenues that you can do to get to states. We have selling projects and we have written projects. The written projects are going to have a very, very quick turnaround time. The written projects will actually be due by January 23rd, and realize we're already kind of in a holiday week. So it's a very, very fast turnaround time. On a selling project, there's no written paper. We have some kids that are signed up for that already. It's a very strong category for us. That could be something that you want to consider getting involved with. On the written projects, we have different lengths of those. So there are some 10-page projects that might be a little bit more feasible for you to get done. A lot of times in the written projects, you can actually have between 1 and 3 people. But again, this turnaround time is incredibly fast. And then we also have some events that we do save for our freshmen, and they're going to be called state-only events. A state-only event means that even if you win first place at Hershey in this event, there's no chance that you're going to go to Orlando. It's just a first-year event, a state-only event, and those are job interview and public speaking. We do have limited spots in that, so we have to really think about if this is something that you would like to get involved with. No matter if you do a state-only event or a DECA project, they're all going to require work that needs to be self-driven by you. So definitely think about that before you kind of step into that. At this time, here's what we've got going on. So you're getting ready to compete tomorrow. There are 700 kids that are competing. I know that it's a gigantic thing for you to compete, and it's a big thing for us to be able to run it. What we've got going on moving forward to states, if you actually qualify for states, if you've already decided to do a project, or if you're considering doing a project, so kind of you're a little bit interested, but you need to talk to your family and find out, wherever you are with that, if you would like to go to states, we need by Thursday the 22nd, so Thursday of this week, we need a $100 deposit by that time. If there is any financial issue, then please have your family reach out and contact Mr. Connor, Mr. Halloran, or myself. And obviously we can, work with you on that type of thing, but we need to secure your spot because we do have a limited number of buses that we take to Hershey. I'm sure you understand and you know by now, the buses are incredibly expensive. So we definitely don't just put 5 kids on a bus because it's way, way, way too much money. The cost of the trip is between $365 and $447. The reason that there's a range in there is that coming out of COVID, they started to offer if students wanted to do double rooms or triple and quad rooms. So you're going to see that on that permission slip, and you can talk about that with your family and see what works for you. Our conference is at the Hershey Lodge and Convention Center, but we have something different this year. And actually this year, our school is going to be staying at the Hershey Hotel, which is like a 5-star hotel or a 4-star hotel. So should be kind of an interesting thing. So other than that, I know you're going to do a great job tomorrow. Let me show you a couple other things. So when I'm talking about what is this going to look like for this preliminary permission slip? This is what it looks like. Let me just slide this over for you. Okay, so it's going to look like this. We're going to have some copies for you, and of course, you're going to be able to access it on Schoology. It's going to explain everything to your family with all the deadlines. This is a section here in the middle where you're going to have to let us know which of these things you fall into. I placed, and yes, I'm going to go. I already started doing a project, and yes, I'm going to go. I didn't place, and I'd like to do a state-only event. I didn't place, and I'd like to do a project. So this is going to be a conversation with your family and see where you are with that. On page 2, it's going to be copied front and back. On page 2, you're going to be able to see the price breakdown so that your family can see how those different things go. And then as we talked about option A and option B, a double room or a triple or a quad room. And there's some other details in there for you. That's what it looks like. Here's where you can find it on our Schoology page. So on our Schoology page, let me just move this for you so you can see it. On our Schoology page, you're going to find it. You're going to have a new folder on there. So I'm in materials, and I'm going to move it up to the top for you. But you're going to notice that there's now a Hershey State competition information. I'm going to go right in there. And then I hope this is not annoying, but I hope it actually works well for you. But you're going to find that I put it in as like a fake assignment that you don't turn in. So you can actually find. Okay, sorry about that. So what I was just going to tell you was that you can actually find it here. And then also you can find some information right here. What should I do if I didn't place for states? And I think I want to do a project, which is where you're going to be able to find this video again if you wanted to show it to someone else. So good luck to you. I hope everything goes exactly how you want it. Quick reminder, it's going to be this Thursday, the 22nd, where we need to find out what you would like to do. And then also if you would be allowed to go or not. Good luck to you. Take care.